Hello my gorgeous cuties out there and welcome. In today's video I'm going to talk to you guys about my top 3 in every makeup category. I actually did this for eyeshadow palettes, so now I'm going to focus on face products, other eye products, as well as lip products, and just tell you guys why these are my favorite, why they're the best, and why I would put them at my top 3. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. So if those are things you like to watch, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Alright my loves, welcome. This is actually my second time trying to film this. I accidentally deleted the files. I never actually copied it to my computer. They were left on my memory card and then I deleted it one day when it was full. So here we are, but it's okay. I don't mind refilming this because I just love talking about my favorite makeup products. Now I'll try not to be too redundant in this video, so I'm going to move quick. I'll give you guys why I like it and then show you all of the stuff, because most of the ones in each category I like them pretty much for the same reasons. But I was ultimately inspired to do this video from Angelica Nicolas, and I'm doing it the way she did it because the original video is saying your top 3 in every makeup category including eyeshadow palettes. So I separated like she did, but I will link her video below as well as the other YouTubers that I follow that have also did this video, so you can get other recommendations. So I'm going to just dive in and try to make this video as quick as possible. But we're going to start off with face products. So basically how I would do my makeup, that sequence. So we'll start off with primers. I pretty much like these for all the same reasons. These all are great at keeping me more matte, keeping the shine away, smoothing out the skin, which is the Varsali Liquid Powder Oil Balancing Serum. This leaves a powder finish on the skin. This is the most mattifying primer that I've ever used. I've recommended this many times as something that's really good if you have oily skin. And Varsali just came back. They're relaunching products, so hopefully they will bring this back because it was discontinued. They kind of went on a break, but they're back. So hopefully they bring this back and I don't have to replace it. Then the other two that are very similar in consistency, they kind of give this soft matte feel to the skin, is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This is an OG. I had it for a while in my collection, but this is really nice at mattifying, making the skin feel soft. And it has more of a hydrating, creamy consistency to it. So this is really good. And then this one basically has the same kind of feel and effect. It blurs and makes the skin feel really soft. This is the Fenty Pro Filter Mattifying Primer. This is a little bit more affordable, so if you want kind of the same effect, maybe you can go with this one because the Hourglass one is a little pricier. Now I'm going on to foundation / skin tints. This was really easy for me. When I find a favorite, I kind of just stick to those favorites. So of course my holy grail, tried and true, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. This is when I want full coverage, I'm going to an event, I need it to last all day, I need to look full glam flawless. This is it right here. Then the other one, which is from Estee Lauder as well, this is the Double Wear Sheer Long Wear Makeup. This is what I wear more now these days. I like more lighter coverage, I like more lightweight products, and I'm not so much into doing full glam, full coverage. So this is really nice. This is also great at being more mattifying, great for oily skin, and it's very light on the skin. It feels light all day, and it just is a very natural, kind of more like a skin tint. And then the other one, which is a newfound favorite, but I think this is already going to be in holy grail status. This is the One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base Beauty Blur Balm. I did a wear test on this one as well as the Estee Lauder Sheer Makeup. So if you want to see how they did on my oily skin, I'll link those videos below as well as put them in the corner. But this one is more matte. This one is very lightweight as well. I would say it's light medium to medium coverage, and it's just beautiful. It sits on the skin, it blurs all my pores. It's really good at just smoothing out the skin. And I've seen a lot of people of different skin types loving this product. Now I'm going on to concealers, and I like these all for the same reason. They're natural, they're creamy, they're blendable, they don't get dry and cakey under the eyes, they don't sink into fine lines. They're more just medium coverage. I think one is a little bit more full coverage, but overall they have pretty much similar consistencies and vibes. So first one would be the Mcgrath This is the Sublime Skin Fetish Concealer. This is beautiful, creamy, blendable, all that good stuff. Then I also love the One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base. I think this is like the butter silk concealer, creamy, blendable, great coverage, natural finish. And then the Anastasia Beverly Hills, this is the Magic Touch Concealer. Very creamy and natural and blendable. Then going on to the next step I would do my makeup is powder. So first of all, my holy grail, this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder. Now honestly, I don't know if this is still available because at one point I saw that they were going to like discontinue like the peach line. But this is the best mattifying powder that you will ever find for oily skin. But this is, you know, great if you want a matte finish. And then the next powder, which is something I discovered at the end of last year, this is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I mainly use this just to set my under eyes, but it is so soft and finely milled. It feels straight up like silky butter. It's so soft. Like, I love how it makes my under eyes just feel so silky and smooth, and then it like helps, you know, like kind of like give a blur effect to the under eyes, and I just love it. And then the last one, which is a powder foundation, but I use this more to set my makeup, to add a little bit more coverage over sheer foundations, to kind of touch up throughout the day as well. But this is the J-Cat Aqua Assurance Compact Foundation. Now, every now and then I'll use this alone if I want really lightweight coverage, because you can really still see the skin peeking through. But for a powder foundation, it has good coverage. And look at this major pan. Actually, I'm about to buy another one because I just need to always have this in my collection. It adds coverage, it sits on the skin nicely, it doesn't make you look dry or cakey or powdery at all. It kind of just like melts right into the skin. Then going on to bronzers, which would be the next thing I would do in my makeup regimen. So I have one cream bronzer to recommend. This is the Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm. Very creamy, pigmented, but blendable. You can build it up, you can sheer it out. It has just such a nice balmy consistency, and it does like fully dry down. It doesn't stay sticky. It does not disturb your foundation in any way. You can use a sponge, a brush, your finger, and it has this such a beautiful tropical scent. So like I said, if you don't like scented products, stay away from this. But it does dissipate throughout the day as you wear it, but when you're applying it, you get that very strong tropical like coconut smell. Then going on to my number one holy grail bronzer, my like favorite bronzer of all time. This is the LYS No Limits Matte Bronzer. This is the perfect shade for me. Perfect undertone. It's not too cool, it's not too warm, and it's like a satin finish. It's really soft and blendable, and it just kind of like melts right into the skin. So this one is beautiful. I have the shade Harmony, which is medium. Like, it's just perfect for my skin tone. I've never found a bronzer that matched me so well. And then the other one is from Kaleidos. This is more of like a bronzer contour palette, but this is the Charisma Contour Palette. They have various shades in this palette, and I love having this for traveling. This has a bronzer, it has a contour, and then like a cleanup, like brightening powder. I use all three of them, but mainly like the bronzer has a dip in it. And then there's one too, like if I want to have more of a warm tone effect, I'll go with the bronzer. If I want more contouring, I'll go with this. And sometimes I'll mix these two to make like more of like a neutral shade for me. But overall, this is just a great little palette. Now I'm going on to blushes. Blush is a very huge category in my makeup collection. I am a lush or blush. I can't get enough. I love to try all different types of blushes, and I have found some true gems right here. So I have one cream product, but this is the LYS, the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush. The reason why I love this so much is that it dries down to a fully complete matte powder finish. It does not stay sticky on the cheeks whatsoever, and I hate cream products that do not completely dry down. I want a matte dry down blush, and this does that. It's nice and pigmented, but you can sheer it out. So you can make it work for you if you want more of like a, just like a, what would you say, like a little subtle hue to the cheeks, or if you want full on like bam, like clown cheeks, basically. You can do it either way. But I'll show you guys right here, like look at that pigmentation. And then if you want, you can just shear it out. You can use your finger, you can use a sponge, a brush, and then like it's already dried down. It's already like feeling matte. So it dries down pretty quickly, but you do have time to like blend it out and like customize it for you. They're my two favorite powder blushes, and I love these both for the same reason. They're silky, they're blendable, they just melt into the skin, and both of them have a like natural sheen to them. It doesn't have shimmer or anything, but there's like a glow to it, so it makes you look like you're glowing from within. So both of them have the same effect. So I love the Buxom Wonderlush blushes. A lot of people love these. I've heard so many people talk about this blush formula. There's a bunch of different shades, and it just has that glowy effect on the cheeks. This is my favorite. This is Seashells or Seychelles, and it's like more of like a bronzy kind of blush. And then the ones from Pat McGrath, they have the same effect, the same beautiful like natural glow on the cheeks. This is one of their like blush trios, which has a highlighter, but it's really the blushes that stand out in this. And the one that I love the most is Desert Orchard. It has that more like bronzy, like beige kind of color to it. I do also have the Bridgerton blush palette, the one that they first came out with their first launch. The blushes are beautiful in there as well. So if they keep coming out with these like trios, I'll definitely pick them up in this setup. Then we would be going to highlighters, and this was very easy for me. Like I just instantly knew which ones would be my top three. For sure, it'd be the Space Age Prophecy highlighter from Kaleidos. This is a multi-chrome highlighter. It is the most stunning, beautiful highlighter I've ever experienced in my life. Nothing can compare. It is so special. It has all these different shifts in it, but for being a shifty like multi-chrome style highlighter, I feel like it is very wearable. But I'll show you guys like how it looks on my finger. Like look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then look at that. Now of course you can shear it out. It looks pretty intense right now, but do you guys see there's all these crazy shifts to it. There's like orange, there's green, there's pink. Oh my god, and it just melts down. It's so creamy. It's intense, but not in like an overly, like you feel like you have a metallic strip on your cheeks. Oh, this is so good. I want to get the other multi-chrome highlighter that they came out with. Then the next one, which is really hard for me to explain. This formula is very unique, and I feel like you have to try it, swatch it, experience it for yourself to really understand like the formula to this. But this is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm in How Many Carats. This one has a transparent base, so there's no base to this highlighter, so it's like kind of like soft shimmers suspended in like a clear base. Does that make any sense? And it has like a creamy feel to it. It's really unique. It's almost like a gel feel to it and a putty. But I'll like pack it on my finger. But like you guys can see it there. But like when I shear it out, it leaves just little fine shimmers all on the cheek. And it looks like you just put like diamond dust on your cheeks. Now it's not like glitters, it's not chunky. I don't think this enhances textures at all on the cheeks. It just gives this beautiful shimmer effect. And like when the light catches it on your cheeks, like if you went out dancing and like the strobe lights hit your cheeks, you're gonna see these beautiful, like, it's like a fairy dust on the cheeks. And then a newly discovered favorite, and I think this was part of the holiday collection from Pat McGrath. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter. This was like really high on my ranking when I like did recent purchases, because there's something special about this one. This one has like a nude base to it, so it kind of melts right into my skin tone. Almost like just goes right in and looks like my actual skin is glowing. Now, I mean, it is like a pretty intense highlighter and you can build it up. But when I show you here, it has a nude base and it meshes into my skin tone perfectly, and it just gives this beautiful glow and sheen to the cheeks. And it's very like smooth and creamy. It doesn't enhance texture, and it just melts right in. So that is also a very beautiful highlighter that I've used quite a bit since I bought it. Now we're gonna go on to brows. I think that would be the next step I would do. So the most favorite brow product of mine is the e.l.f. Bite Size Brow Palette. I accidentally cracked the powder in here, so it's getting really dirty and all messed up, which is so tragic. I'm gonna have to buy a new one because I was planning to travel with this one. But this has two powders, one that's a little bit more cool tone, one that's a little bit more warmer. Then it has like a tinted brow wax and a clear wax. I use this every day, and I feel like powder brow products are so easy to use. You have a lot of like wiggle room with it. You can like mess up and easily like shear it away and like clean it up. I also think the waxes are really good in here at lifting up the brow hairs. This one's great at adding tint. If you don't want to add tint, you have a clear option. They have a bunch of different shades, and I think this little brow palette is $4. Like, you can't go wrong with that. And then another brow pencil that I discovered last year is from Kosas. This is their Brow Pop Dual Action Defining Pencil. This has a cool little tip to it, kind of like a triangle shape. But it's nice and pigmented, it's creamy, so it like glides really easy, but it has great staying power, so my brows will stay there all day long. And this is just really easy to use and great at filling out my brows. I really do like brow pencils. And the next product is a brow pen. So if you're looking for something to actually mimic brow hairs, like you're missing hair in certain spots and you want to kind of mimic that like brow stroke and everything, then this one from NYX. This is the Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. This has replaced my Urban Decay brow blade. It's more affordable and I think it's easier to use, and you can make like the finest hairs. I don't know if I'll show you guys, but you can just do like these little strokes. You can thicken them up, you can thin them out. And I feel like once you get like the technique at filling them out, because you can accidentally go and make the stroke too thick and be pressed too hard. But if you go in lightly, you can just like flick it really quick up and make these little hair-like looking strokes to the brows. Now going on to eye products. So I'd probably do my eyes next at this point. So my favorite eye primers is the MAC Painterly Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. This is like a holy grail, tried and true from like old school YouTube days. This is more of like a yellow tone beige, but it's pigmented. It like covers and like evens out the tone on my lids. It helps to reduce creasing on my shadows. It helps my shadows be more vibrant and lasting all day. And the other primers I love for the same reason. So the Glamlight Icing Primer does that as well. It has like a base to it. There's a bunch of different shades. It's creamy. And it leaves like a nice little tack on the lids so your like shadows can grip to them. So this is like a really good one. And then the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Primer does the same thing. Now this one is a little bit more creamier. You gotta kind of shake it up, and then you have to be careful because this like drips out really easily out of the tube. But this one probably is like my #1 out of all eye primers. Then going on to eyeliners. So the liners that I use all the time, I think this is all I ever use in my looks when I do like makeup looks on my channel, is the Nabla Cupid's Arrow Color Stylos. These are like a very like universal product. You can use this as eyeshadow bases. You can use them like shadow sticks alone. You can use this in the waterline. You can use this to create a wing. I use these almost every day, especially like this black one. So that's a really cool product. I also love the LA Girl Shockwave Liner. This is a more affordable option. They have a bunch of different colors. This is something I use all the time in my waterline. Every time I do colorful looks, I usually will end up going in with one of these LA Girl Shockwave Liners. But I'll show you guys up close what this looks like. And then the gel pot liners that I love so dang much is the Lethal Cosmetics gel liners. These are also something I use a lot and talk about a lot. You can use this as shadow bases. You can use it to create a wing. You can use it on the waterline. They're very creamy. They're very opaque, but they fully dry down and they will not budge all day. And there's so many different colors. Then the last eye products. I love these mascaras. I've used them a million times on my channel. These are the only mascaras I ever use on my channel. But the Nabla Major Pleasure Mascara, it's great at like making your lashes full, giving length, giving that like drama to the lashes. This one's really good. It's more of like a wet formula, but I just love it so much. As well as the Rare Beauty Mascara, and I feel like it gives like the similar effect as the Nabla Major Pleasure one. It gives length, but more fullness than anything. It's very dark and black, and it is more of like a wet formula too. And then the Thrive Cosmetics liquid lash extension. If you're looking for purely like length, then this is it. It will make your lashes look so long. It doesn't really fill them up and make them look full, but it will give the length. So I like to mix this with my other mascaras as like the perfect combo. This is also a tubing mascara. You can easily wash this off. They just kind of like coat the lashes and then they come off like little fibers. I guess they're more like a fiber mascara. So I love how easy it is to take this one off. Then going on to the last category, which is lip products. So my top 3 favorite lip liners are the Juvia's Place lip liners. Creamy but long wearing. They like glide on, but they're not overly creamy where they just kind of smear everywhere. I also love the Nabla close-up shapers. These are also creamy but not overly creamy. Pretty much the same reasons why I love the Juvia's Place. I love these ones. You can get these ones from Ulta. They have a bunch of different shades. And then the most affordable option would be the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liners. Now these ones are a little bit more on the creamier side than the other ones. They're not as long wearing, but if you're looking for something a little bit more just affordable, easy, kind of drugstore lip liner, I think these are really good. They're really opaque too, and they have a bunch of different shades. Then my favorite lip glosses. This was really easy for me to narrow down because I don't like a lot of lip glosses. I don't like sticky lip glosses. I like ones that just give moisture to the lips, gives that glossy effect, but won't make your lips feel like flypaper where everything sticks to it. So I love the Lethal Cosmetics ones. These are my favorite lip glosses of all time. This is like what's always in my purse. I like the more like opaque color ones. I'm not really into like shimmery glosses. So this one is like, what is this? Paradox. It's an orange one, but it has good color to it. It wears very gracefully on the lips and they're not sticky at all. As well as the Tower 28 ones. I feel like these ones are a little bit more sheer, but this is like kind of like a milky, warm tone chocolatey shade. But I want to pick up some more of these because they're not sticky, they're hydrating, and it gives the glossy effect. As well as the Fenty Gloss Bombs. I mean, so many people love these ones. I have these like little small like deluxe sample size. These ones are always like in my work bag. This is like mainly what I use at work. So the very last category is lipsticks. So for sure the Kaleidos Cloud Lab Lip Glaze. These are more moussey, a little bit more powdery, but they have so many different shades. I love the packaging. They're very lightweight. They're very easy to use and customizable. You can mix the shades together and create your own color, and they don't get weird if you layer them up. They're just so lightweight and soft and has that like powdery feel to them. They wear very gracefully. Now, they don't fully dry down, but they dry down enough. I mean, there'll be like slight transfer, but nothing crazy. The 2 other lipsticks, which are bullet lipsticks, these I love for the same reason. They're both opaque, they're both creamy, they give a sheen to the lips. They're opaque, they have great color, and they just feel so good on the lips. So it's the Buxom Full Force lipsticks. This one has a slight tingle to it. It's supposed to be like slightly plumping. I don't notice any plumping effect from these, but they do have a slight tingle, but nothing like where it hurts. But look at that sheen to it. And then the ones from, I think it's Propa Beauty or Propa Beauty. These ones are more on the affordable side. And these are also like super sheeny and creamy. Like basically same effect on the lips. And I think these are like $12 each. You can only get it from Propa or Propa Beauty's website, but the great thing about them is that they make sure to make colors that would work on deeper skin tones, which is a like place that's lacking in the makeup community. All of the ones that they have work on deeper skin tones, but of course they'll work on lighter skin tones too, and they do have lighter shades, but I love that about that brand. So those are all of my favorite lipsticks. All right, my love, so that was the end of this video. That was my top 3 in every makeup category. Hopefully this wasn't too redundant because I know I was like repeating myself a lot, because in each category I pretty much love the products for like the same kind of like similar reasons. But hopefully this was helpful in letting you know some good products that maybe you might want to try if you haven't tried any of these. But you will have to let me know in the comments below, what would you put in all of these categories? Like, what are your favorites? And maybe there's stuff that I haven't tried and I can discover some new favorites. So I would love to hear from all of y'all. Also, if you're new here and you enjoy this video and you like a lot of fun makeup content, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have all the products linked as long as they're available. They will be in the description below. I will also link the makeup that I am wearing. I will also link other videos of mine that you might be interested in, and some of the videos that I may have mentioned throughout the video will be there. I will also have my contact and social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_beauty if you want to check me out over there. I do a lot of other type of content and other like makeup videos, so I would love for you to join my Instagram fam. Anyways guys, thank you so much for being here, for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it, and I just hope you guys are doing well wherever you are in the world, and I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.